Even if I don't hit again, dog. They're telling me somebody's got a fucking cowbell, so I gotta see that. I don't have time to ask why. They say I got 5 minutes, that's it, but I have to figure out why that is. So listen, I gotta say though, I didn't hear, oh my God, I'm so drunk. I have not heard about this show until Sony invited me this year. I didn't even know you guys did this. And in the last couple of days, it's been like, how big your company is, I had no clue. I had no clue how unified you guys are. I was walking down the hall, there's like a fucking parade you guys do. And honestly, just how hard you guys work, I'm actually starting to feel kind of guilty about sort of all the Battletoads 2 kind of pre-order prank calls I've been making. I feel bad, but now listen, I want to talk about Twisted Metal if I may, please. So we're just going to run a video and let's just start talking. So Twisted Metal, for those of you guys who don't know, we made the first one back in '95.
Yeah!
Ow! Yeah. Woo! Yeah, I mean, it's basically, we thought it was more, now you guys are fucking me out. Now, Mario Kart, Battle, Mortal Kombat, Fast and Furious, Nightmare on Elm Street, these are our influences, right? You throw them all together and you get Twisted Metal, basically. And we've been making this for a while. The new one on PS3, though, we're really excited about because we feel it finally represents the vision that we had back in '94 when we first started designing this. Now, if you look at the surface, everybody sees kind of the destruction, the twisted sense of humor, the stories, the sort of just the kind of over-the-topness. This is my favorite weapon in the game. This is Gurney Gus. You can basically control a lot of damage, right? But actually, the thing we're most proud about in this series, and certainly this new one, is how deep this game actually is. To us, and to sort of hardcore Twisted fans, they really think of themselves in the same way that Street Fighter 2, Tekken competitive players do, and we really wanted to make sure this new one had even more depth and more skill and strategy than ever before. And I really want to spend most of my time today talking about that. So, okay, so basically, if you take the fighting game, it's kind of like a sport more than a game, right? So in our game, we've got 17 fighters, which are our vehicles that ship with the game. Tons of differentiating factors, the obvious armor, handling, speed, but also things that go down to the minutia, like how fast a certain car breaks out of an EMP freeze, or how much turbo drains in a certain car faster than another car. Every car has 2 special weapons that are unique to that vehicle. This is Reaper. He has a chainsaw that he throws. Now the core basic weapon is relatively simple. It's got a little homing, does a little damage, but if you watch, you can actually wheeling flame up the chainsaw by dragging on asphalt. Now he's got this flaming chainsaw. Has no homing, but he does the most damage of any weapon in the game, but it's the hardest one to use. Now for Reaper players, he doesn't have much armor, so his alt special is actually an RPG with a sniper scope that lets him launch a sniper rocket across the level, huge levels. That sticks in the ground, that cooks, and it has a huge area of effect. So it basically takes out 2 to 3 guys at the same time. Our power-up and pickups are the same way, lots of risk and reward in depth. Sniper rifle, no camping, no instant kills. The longer you keep the scope on the enemy, the more damage it does. You can keep it on for 10 seconds, though, and get an instant kill. Remote bombs, they cook, they stick on cars, you can blow them up, but actually, if you stick them in the level instead, they do more damage, 2x the amount, which lets you set up these great sort of ambushes and traps like this right here. We also, this is a road build. The point is, as you'll actually watch and see, there's so much variety on the surface, but it really does give you a lot more depth, because like that's a great attack, but if you can use it as a battering ram, you can get 2 cars at once on your magnet and do a lot more damage. So our weapons, our vehicles, our level design, all of that is coming together to create a much deeper game than a lot of people understand Twisted Metal actually is. However, it's also in our modes. Our online mode, sort of signature mode called Nuke, is our sort of twisted version of Capture Flag. So instead of the flag, you're dragging the enemy faction leader behind your car, feeding them to this sort of wood chipper / missile launcher, and if you can get them in there, your team earns a missile launch. You fly that missile across the level, enemy's trying to shoot your missile down, your team's trying to protect it. If you can hit the statue, you win the mode. The vehicles contribute to all the modes. Juggernaut's like Spy Hunter, Knight Rider, driving your buddy's car, mounting the guns. We've got helicopters that can pick up buddies, tag team across the level. We've got Junkyard Dog, who's sort of our medic, so he can throw these exploding taxi cabs. If you're the bad guy and you get hit by one of these and your team gets hit, you take a lot of damage. If you're on the Junkyard Dog's team, though, it'll actually heal you. 8 core levels. This breaks up into 30 actual gameplay battlefields. We have 7 modes. We have, we start with Deathmatch, we have Team Deathmatch, we have Last Man Standing, Team Last Man Standing with shared lives amongst the team. We have Hunted, Team Hunted, and Nuke. We also, obviously, it's online. We have a persistence. We have an experience. As you rank up, you basically unlock things. Now, we are absolutely, it's a fighting game. It's all about balance stuff. So you're not going to be unlocking something that causes you to kill everybody underneath you at a lower level. Every weapon has their own pros and cons. GameStop, yeah, obviously, we have lots of customizable skins. And this isn't just using our website. You can take these into Photoshop. If you're actually a genuinely good artist, you can do whatever you want with the skins, like back in the Quake days. Local split screen has been a huge part of the game since the beginning. We have 2, 3, 4 players, same couch local split screen across a bunch of modes, a bunch of levels. And we also, obviously, our single player is a really big part of Twisted Metal. Our stories, our characters, it's M-rated, it's dark, it's really sinister. Obviously, live action for the first time since the first one. And then the actual gameplay itself is a lot more varied. It's not just deathmatch. A lot of variety in the battles, and also 3 huge bosses that are more than bullet sponges, but actually a lot of puzzles to solve and ways to figure out how to bring these guys down. You can play by yourself or sit on the same couch local split screen. Holy cow, I got through the whole thing and there wasn't even a cowbell telling me to get off, so I appreciate that. That is Twisted Metal. This is coming out Valentine's Day, and before I get off, I did want to hurry up and take a moment just to say thanks to you guys. I have vivid memories of being a kid going to Kmart with my dad and buying games for the Atari, and that was a big deal for me. And you guys, I mean, this is a 3-year game, and we don't have a big movie premiere, right? All we really have is we get to take our families or our kids into GameStops. Like, I know they were telling me some of you guys are from Utah, GameStop out here, and that's where our team is based, and I'm in Del Mar. And when I take my kids in there and I can say, look, this is what Dad's been working on, you get a little misty-eyed, you know, because that's a big deal. And so you guys are there for us at the finish line, and you're there for us sort of to bring this to other people, and we're just incredibly appreciative of that. So thank you so much for what you do. It means tons to us. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.